Eagles get it back. We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger.
Welcome back to the Squawking Eagles Podcast. My name is Mike. Hosted this podcast now for 4 years. Joined by Miguel, Mark, and Deuce.
What's up?
How's it going, guys?
Fellas.
We missed last week because of some illnesses, and so we got holiday illness going around. So we can jump in here and talk about Black Friday. Black Friday was
the last two games, you mean?
Last two games. The Eagles.
Future.
It's not a losing streak until you lose 3 in a row. That's when that's a streak. 3 in a row is a streak. So we're looking to end that streak this week against.
So what happens if 2 things happen in a row, but then the third one it doesn't? Would you say it's like you're not good enough for a streak if like it was a positive streak?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think I was shot at Deuce.
I'm not, if I'm up late, I'm gonna throw it.
Throw it.
Listen, I wasn't here last week, so let's get it.
Oh, I know. I mean, they lost, and instantly you just couldn't make it the podcast. There we go. It was like, oh, Chiefs lost after talking all that mad shit about the Broncos. Definitely couldn't show up after that game.
Ouch.
Brother.
Yeah, so you got the wrong jersey on still, dudes. Isn't it supposed to be black and white, those stripes?
Nope. Bright color.
Yeah.
Listen, it alternates.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Do they actually wear that jersey?
I wear this. This is my.
No, not you. Them. Did they wear that jersey?
No.
I feel like that would actually be like a cool alternate. Like,
Man, I hope so. Our jerseys are like the Alabama jerseys. They don't change.
Boring as fuck.
Like they don't change.
There's one thing like Penn State doesn't change, but it's classic. Like Alabama's a joke, and like don't get me wrong. Take away my current disdain for the Chiefs. Like if you go back 15 years, it was just like, oh, that's the Chiefs. I didn't care, but like the jerseys look the same.
Yeah,
they
do. Gross. Yeah. All right, so we'll go back to last Friday, Eagles and the Bears. Our records. We thought the Eagles were going to beat the Bears. They came in the game with 8-4 record, thinking the Eagles can show up and beat the Bears.
Eagles couldn't show up to beat themselves. All right.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Tell me.
What do you mean? Look at the Eagles. There's nothing going right now. The offense doesn't know what it's doing. The defense isn't as strong as it was all of a sudden. They're constantly on the field because our offense literally doesn't know left from right. I don't know if Kevin Patullo needs to. Like, I saw the whole thing with Nick Foles suggesting he goes back in the box.
Do you think that's going to happen? I don't think he's going to do that.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'd be at least an attempt to see some kind of change that I think the fans and the team could get behind. But I think he, like Brian Johnson, is too much of a crown muncher to recognize it and is literally dragging this team down to the depths. We might be as bad as the Chiefs soon. I don't want that.
Has anybody watched the Hard Knocks yet? Miguel, tell me. What did you see?
It starts off. Obviously, they got to start off with the world champions, so they're the first at least 10-15 minutes of the show, and it's Brandon Graham talking to Nick Sirianni, and they're talking about the drama that's going on and how they're taking lessons from 23 and applying them to what they're seeing now. What I took away from it, I feel like it's positive vibes as far as us looking on the inside of what they're dealing with, right? They're ignoring the noise that's going on around them. WIP is throwing, craziness into the ether and just creating topics just to get
arouse.
to get engagement, right? So,
Sure.
But from what I saw on the Hard Knocks, man, I just feel like, I think like the fans themselves are looking at it like the world is over. You know what I mean? But if you look around the league, nobody's playing consistent ball. Everybody's playing up and down. There's not one team out there who's playing consistent ball.
The Patriots.
But who they played? They haven't played anybody.
They played the Bills twice, did they not?
Do the Bills look like someone you care about this year?
Yeah, the Bills have been up and down
beat y'all.
themselves.
They're not. I mean, they're not good enough to beat us. They can't beat themselves.
There's no definite team that you can look at this league if you look at it with an even kill eye and say that they're the Super Bowl favorites right now.
No, I will say there is one team that's playing very consistently. There are actually two teams playing very consistently. The Titans and Raiders are consistently terrible.
You have a point there.
Even the Dolphins threw me off. I can't even add them in the mix.
We're talking good football here. We're talking good football.
Well, that's my problem. The Eagles aren't putting up amount of points more than the Saints and the Jets at all.
No,
all last month.
But it's coming. It's not just one facet of the game that the Eagles are missing on. It's not just Patullo. It's not just the injuries. It's not just Jalen. It's everything combined. That's why the Eagles are sitting at 8-4.
Look, you say that, and I want to agree with you, Miguel. But if you were to go ahead and make an apple pie, right, and 90% of it, okay, you put like the thorns of a rose bush in, okay, and then 10% of it, you just use like a different kind of apple. It's just not my favorite kind of apple, right? I would agree with you. The whole pie is wrong, but that 9% with the thorns needs to get thrown out. And for me, that's Kevin Patullo right now, so I don't care.
I think it begins and ends with the offensive line. The offensive line has shown that they regressed, right? The guards are allowing way too high of a quarterback pressure. Lane Johnson's hurt. Mulata has definitely stepped back. He's taken a step back. Stalin his Stalin U is kind of lacking, and Cam Jerkins is hurt.
I think you have to look at it from a broader perspective. Is like the one thing is when the whole world is looking at you like they they studied us last year. They know we run the ball, but when we ran the ball a lot last year, but we mixed it up and all the runs were different. They couldn't. There was a zone block. There was outside moves. There was swing plays. We don't have any of those anymore. It's not even like, we run the ball too much or, we throw the ball too much or there's not enough play action. It's we do the same 7 plays like we're Remember the Titans, except that we don't have nearly the same mentality. And every team goes, all right, well, if they're going to run it, it's going to be with Barkley. It's going to either be up the middle to the left, or it's going to be the outside tackle to the right. And those are pretty much the only 2 runs they're going to run. So we know to put our run stoppers and linebackers right there for it so they can't run the ball. It's we can't run the ball anymore, and they know that Barkley is now outside a lot more. They load the box with pass rushers. Like before, they couldn't load the box with pass rushers because we had so many different run schemes. They had to make adjustments on the fly all the time, and they couldn't keep up.
So how did the schemes? Where'd they all go?
What do you mean? What happened was we lost an offensive coordinator, and we got someone who doesn't know how to be an offensive coordinator. And so he goes, all right, guys, we got these 2 plays.
It's more than that. It's more than just the coordinators.
But I'm saying,
he's been around for 5 years. It's not like he's fresh off the street.
The thing is, all right, put it this way. Miguel, I don't know enough about your job, but have you been at your career path for more than 5 years?
Yep.
Do you think that every job in your company you could do right now because you've been there 5 years?
No.
Okay. Patullo's been around. It doesn't mean he knows what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
But it's also his first year in this position. And I can equate, you want to bring up my job, I can equate it to my job, right? So this past February, I was promoted to a position on the other side of a building that's completely different from what I was used to the last 7 years. And I've had to get in there and learn and be a supervisor and a leader at the same time. Like that completely is stressful because you're dealing with people you that have attitude problems, that don't want to work, you know what I mean, that have a different view of you, and it makes it difficult. And you have to balance all those things and still be able to coach and to lead. And maybe he's not built for it. I don't know, but Sirianni put him in the position, and he obviously thought he was enough to. It was enough to put him in that position. So they think highly of him. Howie Roseman thinks highly of him, but here we are. I mean, I don't know how much of the game plan was to maybe be vanilla in the beginning, because you're going to get everybody's best, right? Every game is going to be everybody's best. You're the Super Bowl champions. You're going to see their best plays. They're going to play their hearts out. And maybe some of the coaching thought was, hey, let's stay vanilla, and then when we get close to the playoff time, we'll change up the offense and put more wrinkles in the scheme. And unfortunately, it didn't work out the way that they wanted to. They made some adjustments, especially AJ not getting the ball and the injuries on the offensive line. We're not able to run. I mean, I think right now, if we reflecting back, I feel like we should have kept Becton. We should have paid him to stay. With Lane Johnson being in and out of the lineup, we could have moved him over to left tackle for a while and then plugged in whoever in at guard.
He'll probably be back next year because the Chargers have benched him, and they're not really having a good year with him. Yeah, he'll probably be back next year.
Well, the Chargers also are riddled with O-line injuries, so
yeah. So finally, Deuce might actually pick the Eagles to win this week.
I want them to win this week.
So it'll go against every fiber of my body, but I need a divisional loss. I need it from
who?
From the Chargers.
On the even side, I was being quiet. I just love hearing Eagles fans just in despair. But when I'm looking at it, like what Mark was saying, the O-line is in shambles. I see, right? So all the exotic stuff is with this scheme is not being able to be done because all your star linemen are out now. So all the scheme, like CJ Gardner-Johnson was going, it gets predictable. You don't have that stuff. But at the end of the day, listen, like Miguel said, listen, the lights might have been too bright. Listen, you got injuries, so what? Mix it up and figure it out. That you were elected to this position. So either you put up or you shut up.
Well, that's why I think a lot of times you see, at least at old school models, you see coaches who start at a middle school, at a high school, a local college, and they work their ways up. It doesn't always translate there either, but you get your teeth in, you get some seasoning in. I know that Patullo did a few things, but we've noticed this before. Brian Johnson was one of our guys. We promoted from within. It didn't work. So what did we do? We went out and got a guy who had been an offensive coordinator for a rival of ours in the Cowboys, an offensive coordinator for the Chargers. He had worked and earned himself up a spot there. He came here, showed he knows what he was doing, even against my belief system, because I was kind of hesitant on him because, it worked out for him in those teams. It wasn't guaranteed it was going to work for the way we wanted to run the ball, but it did. Now he's coaching the Saints, and you're not always cut out to be a head coach. Granted, he's got nothing to work with, but it is what it is. But this promoting from within thing, I like the idea behind it, but sometimes it just isn't. It's not working. Like our defense wasn't working. We went out of the system, got Vic. Our defense got better. We went out of the system, got our offensive coordinator, last year. It got better. We're going back to promoting from within, which I agree with, but man, you're taking the moment. Like if you got a window to win, which I think we have, not sure I love the idea of trying to train someone to do it.
No, I feel like Mark has the view of the typical Philadelphia fan. The sky is falling. We're at 8-4, dude. Like I could see if it was the year before when we were 10-1 and then we lost the last, 4 out of the last 5 games. Then that's heavy. Right now, we still have a chance to still lock in the first seed. So I think we need to take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully that Nick Sirianni has learned his lessons from 23 and is able to apply it to this team and shake this team awake. There's got to be. Listen, Patillo's not using his own playbook. We know this. This is Nick Sirianni's playbook. So whether Nick Sirianni needs to take over play calling or something, maybe that's what it needs to change. I don't think being in the booth or being on the field really changes what Patillo's going to do. Patillo says he likes to be on the field because he likes to talk to his players. So I don't know.
If you can't read the defenses, it's not worth it.
But there's guys in the booth got to get paid to do that. So those guys in the booth need to
right.
too.
I'm just saying it like I said, my personal thing is just looking at going like, you look at the team we have, the roster we have, the fact we just won a championship. We had a little bit of turnover, but nothing that should be this life-changing. And you're looking at how abysmal our offense is. And the biggest thing is we barely lost anyone on the offense. Defense, we made some losses, some changes. The offense, all we really lost was Becton.
We have not been losing because of the defense, except for against Dallas and the Bears.
We said, hey, do you guys want to run the ball? Because if you want to.
But then, like, the offense has to put up some points.
Agreed. Our offense, well, even just hold the ball for more than 2 plays.
Yeah, the whole like 3 and out, like they lead the league in 3 and out.
My whole point the last time we had this conversation was, hey, we're getting to the line with 6 seconds left on the play clock. It's like you have to run whatever play. You can't even read the defense. And now, I mean, and this has been a question for I guess a couple of years now that Jalen is unable to read defenses. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
I think you can.
Because when you look at Hard Knocks, when you see him have the interaction with Devontae Smith, and Devontae Smith is like, what was you thinking there? And then he goes, I thought you were going to sit down on the route. And he was like, man, we talked about this. So I don't know. I said I was coming into this year. I said I was going to really put too much criticism on Jalen Hurts this year because Super Bowl MVP got us to the chip. You know what I mean? So some of me is kind of like, okay, you have some accountability. And today he came out and he said that, he's been looking at old film. He's trying to, see what those coaches were thinking and tell him like he's trying to retrain himself right now. So obviously Jalen's taking some accountability on it. So, I got to throw him in there too with what's going on here.
I got some feedback from some listeners from my Instagram, and Zach says if you take away the push, he's only Daniel Jones with better biceps.
100% agree. That whoever said that, if you can, who said that?
Zach Attack from front to back.
Zach Attack from front to back. Who's talking right now? That is a great take. That's push to ignite career to this top 5 quarterback nonsense, this propaganda. Let it all be known now. Let it all be shown within these next 5 games when they go 1-4. Please. Oh my goodness.
He says he's basically a running back who occasionally lobs a pass.
What is a Lamar Jackson conversation?
Yeah, we're seeing it. Listen, if it's not a slant or a goal ball, he's not reading defenses.
Look, he's made plenty of plays on the run. He's made plenty of passes to the outside. He's made the inside. He's made Goddard have a bunch of great plays, and then suddenly he has Butterfingers. Look, I'm not going to harp on him too much, but I will say I've seen a lot of calls for Tanner McKee. And I will say if we have another game where our offense is sputtering by halftime, I would be understanding of the team to give Jalen maybe a break. But hey, bud, like we're going to run a couple gadget plays, or we're going to run you out there as like a receiver, put McKee in at quarterback, just to kind of make some changes. Doesn't have to be not a starter swap, just a few plays and maybe get his head around like, oh, looking at it from a different perspective, and have McKee throw the rock a little bit. Because you know what? I guarantee you put McKee back there, even for a play or two, defense on the other hand, I'd be like, what do we do? We never faced this man, and we still have Hurts out there as a receiver. He could take the ball and throw it himself. That's always a tough thing when teams do it. You do it with a quarterback they've never seen, you really got some issues. I'd say go for it. Just something to change the offense.
Two things. I agree with you. Well, one, Deuce, Jalen was able to read Kansas City defense and beat the shit out of them in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, we got that. You know what I mean? Two, Mark, I agree with you. I even said it during the Chicago game. I said in the fourth quarter, I said, just throw McKee in there. Let's find out. Is it Patullo or is it Jalen Hurts?
Agreed. Yeah. I don't hate on that. Especially like, when we're down on a team like the Bears, like, especially if we're down like that, like at least get the man some seasoning. Let Hurts take a break. He's not getting injured. That's the last thing we need. So like take a break, swap it up, like do something. I want to see Tank run the rock a little bit. I love Saquon. I ain't hating on Saquon, but let Tank's running the ball well.
That's another thing I don't understand, right? So we got Saquon Barkley, we picked up AJ Dillon, we got Shipley, and then we picked up Tanks Bigsby, and we don't fucking run the ball. What is going on? What is going on?
Doesn't work anyway. Well, Shipley had a good preseason.
AJ Dillon had he fumbled a couple fumbles. We
can get rid of AJ Dillon. I never wanted him in the first. That's like the third time in a row we picked up a running back in the offseason. I've said, what's the point? And I've been right every time. What's the point?
Yeah. And I think moving out of they coming off the loss to Dallas where they were up 21-0, and then they forgot how to score.
It makes me sick.
Then coming in a short week and then thinking that they can pull it together against Chicago was like a waste. They weren't going to be able to do it. And so now they've used this. Hopefully they've used this long kind of semi-bye week to gather themselves and take a game plan and change the game plan and go into LA and beat the Chargers.
I mean, you would expect that after the Dallas game, I would assume after the rivalry, and then you not being able to score 21 points, you would think that would happen with the Bears game. Don't tell me it happened in the Chargers game too.
I know. Now we're hearing that Jalen Carter is going to miss the game. He had some sort of procedure on his shoulders, and so he's not going to be in this game. What's his name? Jalen Phillips has a concussion, so he came out of that Friday game. Zach Bond's got a hand problem. So this whole team is beat the hell. Like this whole team is beat the hell. So what's the offensive line going to do? I'm not really too scared of the Chargers defense. I don't think they've
Khalil Mack.
They still have Khalil Mack, but it's not like 5 years ago Khalil Mack. It's kind of older Khalil Mack. He's got some mileage on him.
I will say I'm not a huge fan for this week. It's a long flight. It's a Monday night. Herbert is one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Injured.
He's got, it's his offhand. He's got receivers actually looking better than ever. Omarion Hampton's coming back for this game.
Oh, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, check that fence.
So I'm just saying, like, I might very well make a prediction I've never made before. I will tell you this: in the next 2 weeks, I guarantee at least one win because we're playing the Raiders after this. And if we don't beat the Raiders, I will buy a Chiefs jersey. Okay, like
you're not fooling nobody. You're gonna pick your Eagles. You're not.
Well, let's dive into these now. Like, let's talk about this game here.
I will say Herbert's never lost against the Eagles.
Yeah, but you're Mark, so you're not going to bet against him.
He does love Justin Herbert, though. It's going to be interesting what he picks here. Who he picks?
It doesn't matter. His
Dude, we've been doing this podcast for almost. This is our fourth year, and Mark, I don't think has ever picked anybody besides the Eagles. I do it once, Miguel does it once, and now we're fans of the Jaguars.
Hold on. You've both done it more than once. I don't want to hear it. You've both done it more than once. I don't want to hear it.
Because we're realists, bro.
And yet you've gotten it wrong every time you picked against them. Just saying. You've never picked it right when you picked against the Birds.
All right, so Monday night in LA, the Eagles play, I think, really great on that field. It's a smooth run. It's a fast field. I'm thinking the Eagles go into the Chargers game with a new, fresh, set in their head. They got 5 games left, all winnable. Raiders, Chargers, 2 with the Commanders, and 1 with the Bills. They can win out, and it's not going to be a problem. I'm thinking they go into LA and they win 21-17. Miguel?
Well, Mike, there's a reason why I wore black today.
Uh-oh.
Just like the Black Friday game where the internet said the Eagles wore all black to their own funeral against Chicago. It's only a 2.5 point spread. You know, like you just said, teams don't travel well from East Coast to West Coast. I'm going to say that the Chargers win this game.
Wow.
And it's going to be, I'm going to say, a 16-13 game.
Wow. I'm a little speechless there, Miguel.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, this team hasn't given me anything to believe in right now. And being that Jalen Carter is going to be out and Phillips is going to be out and our secondary not looking the greatest right now, and I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe in this team right now. So they got to go out there and show me something.
Okay.
You hear that, Patrick? You hear that? I would never do that to you. Never.
All right, Deuce, what do you got? What do you got for us?
So I'm going to take, even if it's going against my fiber, give me the Eagles 31-17. I need a divisional loss from the Chargers.
Wow.
That is my reason. I need it.
31.
Listen, it's the fantasy playoffs, round 1. I had AJ Brown, Jalen hurt. Come on. One time. Don't disappoint me. Please.
It's funny. You're on everyone's radar with all your picks now because it's always against the Eagles and it's always this high amount. So now it's interesting to see what people are going to say that you've picked the Eagles to win this game.
Right. Only one when it counts like this.
Mark.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of score do you have for us?
So
you set it up so nicely. I can't wait to hear what you're going to say.
Just looking at the birds, man, it's I can't hate on Miguel's decision here. I honestly love Deuce's choice. I wish Deuce could be correct on this, but he's been wrong a lot when it comes to the Eagles, and I feel like continue.
Last 2 picks for the Eagles pretty good, I think.
Yeah, well, how were your picks for the Chiefs last 2 weeks, homie? I'll go the same way, I guess.
1-1?
Oh, was it though? I'm just saying. Look, the birds right now, man, are they're not flying. Okay, they're not running. They're not flying. They're struggling. I don't know what's going on. I want to see a couple more throws to Smitty. I want to see Goddard through the middle. I want to see AJ Brown in them slants. I want to see Tank with some carries. I want to see Saquon. I'll tell you this right now. If Saquon, Tank, and Shipley, maybe we throw him in the mix, combine for 35 or more runs, guarantee an Eagles victory. However, there's been such a weird decision with our offense recently. And like he said, without Carter, without Phillips, our defense just looking like it's also on the struggle bus. So I'm going to say that the Los Angeles Chargers, led by Justin Herbert, put up 34 points.
34 birds
to our Eagles 17.
Wow. Just me and Deuce picking the birds? That's it? Me and Deuce?
How the tables have turned.
Wow.
Insanity.
Wow.
Got a couple what it is, man.
Podcast now.
You know who's not winning this week, though? Chiefs.
I think about to lose to CJ Stroud. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone's
CJ's hot right now, bro. CJ's hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
It's in Kansas City.
It's Sunday night in Kansas City. I would love to see that loss. That would be cool.
All right, so Mark, what are your picks? You have Denver and Las Vegas.
Denver. Like Denver's one of the hottest teams right now. They're the easy ones to pick, especially against the Raiders.
And you have Houston and Kansas City.
I mean, Houston, we don't got a problem. Let's go, Houston.
All right, so Deuce, you've got Buffalo, Cincinnati.
I'm taking Cincinnati.
Wow.
I honestly can't argue with him on that one. Like,
yeah.
Buffalo looks terrible. Joe Burrow's back.
First game back against the Ravens, and
Slaughtered.
And then you got Miami and the Jets.
Battle of the Bums. I'm taking Miami.
And then, of course, your Chiefs versus the Texans.
Give me my Chiefs 34-20.
34-20.
Let's hope my team can stay disciplined over under 5 flag calls, please.
Under 5.
I mean, it shouldn't be hard. You don't get flags for your team. It's not legal. NFL bylaws. You can't penalize the Chiefs at home.
Yeah.
Come on, bud.
Oh, my goodness, man. Yeah, it must be worse for the Cowboys then, because you saw that game. So,
yeah, they were calling that was a safety. I don't know if you saw that, but like Dak Prescott was in the end zone, 100%. And that was a safety.
100%.
It was.
Miguel, you have Pittsburgh, Baltimore.
Man, both of these teams are falling apart. I'm gonna go Baltimore here.
You also have Cincinnati, Buffalo.
I'll go Cincinnati too.
You also have Tennessee and Cleveland.
Tennessee, Cleveland.
Shador.
Tennessee just came off of a 3-point, I think a 0-point game or a 3-point game.
Yeah, I think they lost 35 to the Jags.
Yeah, it was.
Just want to throw it out there that the top 3 teams for lowest penalties at home
Browns
are the Chiefs, Rams, and Lions. Weird how it's the Chiefs up there. Weird
how that is.
They've had 0 penalties accepted at home multiple times.
You said Browns?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I've got New Orleans and Tampa Bay. I want to take Tampa Bay. And then I have Seattle, Atlanta. I'm going to take Seattle. You know, this game, I can't believe we're 8-4 and we're sitting here glooming about how the rest of this season.
No. You can, because 2 years ago we were 10-1.
Yeah. But that should be. That's over. That's over.
So you remember how Mark used to make fun of me because I used to be like, man, I don't know. You know, the Eagles have always hurt me in the past, and Mark was like, oh, you need to learn to let things go, and things are different now, and that Mark's finally where I was. Okay? Mark's finally where
my problem is I love history, and history repeats itself. And the last time we had a homegrown offensive coordinator, we started off with a whole bunch of wins, and then we went down the drain. And I hate it here.
What do you think? The Eagles can't win out the next 5 games?
Win out?
They have to win out.
Win out, bro! I just said they're not even going to win this week, and you're going to ask me
I know,
winning
but
out.
they're going to win this week.
Look, after this week, we play the Raiders. If we don't beat the Raiders, like I said, I'll get like a Chiefs jersey. Like that's how much I like. There's no way we don't beat the Raiders.
You already have one.
You're right. I do already have one. I'll wear it again. How about that? Then we have the Commanders, who are dog. Like they're not good.
They do have your buddy.
He's playing really well too, which is like I'm actually very happy for him. He's made a lot of good plays.
By the way, did you catch the announcers overpronouncing his name that game?
I did, and I missed it.
They just kept saying Mariota.
Well, that's how his father told the announcers at the college championship to pronounce it. Like the correct pronunciation is Mariota. That's not Mariota. And so like they actually did it there in college and it never happened in the NFL. So I guess it was honestly a thing of respect if they actually pronounced it properly.
Okay.
The Bills. It's the Bills, man. Like I got neighbors who are Giants fans who are going to that game. Of course I want to beat the Bills. And then it's the Commanders again. Look, if we beat the Chargers, which is a big if right now, and everyone comes back healthy, there's a high chance we could win out those last 4 games. But like this week just doesn't feel great.
Wow. Also, on a side note, Darius Slay was released from the Steelers
and picked up by the
and
Bills.
right before the Eagles. The Eagles were going to claim him, and then the Bills picked him up, and he told the Bills that he's going to retire. He's not going to report.
Yep.
Would you have liked to see Darius Slay come back?
I mean, it's better than Ringo and fucking
Adoree Jackson.
Adoree Jackson, yeah.
So hold on. Hey, you know what? Side note.
Yeah.
Deuce over here has got at least 2 more wins in his season 2. So just 2, but at least he has 2. He's playing the Titans. If they don't beat the Titans, Deuce, I expect you to burn a jersey.
I'm going to be on suicide.
I'll be on suicide watch.
And you play the Raiders. So like 2 easy dubs for you.
Listen, we are 6-6. There is no easy dubs.
Bro, the Titans better be an easy dub, bro. If you guys can't beat the Titans,
man,
you might not want to come back, man. I'll roast you.
We can't buy a win right now.
No, this is going to be a win here. This is going to be a win here this week. Come on.
Texans, Chargers, Broncos. Man, I will say we have a much easier schedule than the Chiefs do the rest of the year. That's for damn sure.
The Chiefs are 6-6, right?
Yeah, and they're going up against 3. The Texans a winning team now. Yeah, they're going up against 3 winning teams out of their next 5 games, and 2 absolute. They're racing to see who gets first pick in the draft. So shouldn't be too much of an issue for those 2 wins. But the other 3, especially since 2 of them are divisional games,
need that wild card spot, man.
Wow. In the
hunt.
I
don't.
Hey, Mike,
I don't think you're gonna get there, my guy. Not this year.
Mike, when we at the beginning of the season when we played our infamous win game.
Yes.
How does what we predicted reflect?
I predicted an undefeated season.
Yeah.
We were kind of.
I'm kidding.
We predicted 12-5. I just post. I post it every week. So let me just.
We all love so.
We would need to pretty much win out. Are we 8-5 or 8-4?
We're 8-4.
Okay, so if we lose this week and win out, we're perfect. Look at that prediction.
On our predictions, we predicted them to lose this game in our win-loss.
There you go. So we're on track.
Yeah. And we also have predicted loss against our first loss. Another loss would be against the Commanders, and that would make us.
Okay, but we also expect the Commanders to not be complete dogs.
We also predicted us to lose against the Packers, and we won that game. So.
Yeah.
But we also were not predicting to lose against the Bears, who also weren't predicted to be number 1 in their division.
Right.
That Pope is cheating.
Right. We also predicted the loss against the Buccaneers and Vikings, and the Eagles won those games.
I didn't agree with you guys in the first place with the Vikings. I told you from the beginning with McCarthy they were going to be trash. No one listened to me.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, even the Minnesota's coaching staff didn't listen to anybody because look what they bench McCarthy last week.
He had concussion.
They have nothing.
He had concussion.
Sure,
but he's going to play. He's going to play this week. He said.
And Giannis just pulled his calf.
Yeah, very very weird how he pulled his calf.
Wink, wink.
The
fact that like Sam Darnold played for them and JJ McCarthy, Jetta still had a good season. Many people think, oh well, like it's him. He can make anyone look good. McCarthy has proven that to be false.
Yes.
Okay. Jefferson's having like his worst season ever.
Sure,
whereas
ownership
he's barely going to reach 1,000 yards.
He might not.
He might not.
He might just quit.
Yeah.
Oh, what a crazy year. Go Birds.
All right, gentlemen, that'll do it for us.
You already know how we do.
Eagles.
Let's go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
See you guys.
Enjoy the game.